Hi everybody, welcome to Mrs. O's Art Fun. Hope you're all having a great day. It's a beautiful day out there. And that you're excited to do a bit of art with me. So last week we worked with perspective and drawing and things using horizons and vanishing points. And today we're going to do something similar, but we're going to create a starburst heart, especially with hearts. They're a huge theme right now during this COVID-19. People are putting hearts in their windows and drawing hearts in the sand at the ocean, all sorts of things. So I thought maybe if you wanted to have a kind of a really cool starburst heart, you could create one of these. Now, in order to do that, you're going to need some paper to work with. I'm drawing with a Sharpie because it looks well, it's easier for you to see in the video, but you can start with a pencil. You probably will need a Sharpie after. You will need something to color with, which I usually use markers or crayons or pencil crayons. You need a ruler. You're going to need some glue and scissors. Okay, so this is using a piece of computer paper, and we're going to start with a heart. Now, I've never been able to draw a perfect heart, but you're certainly, I certainly do try. So the heart takes up much of the space in the paper. And a heart, oh, that's actually not too bad. Last week I talked about this side of my drawings are much more natural than this side of my drawings. And when I analyze them, this side is always a little more square. This side is always a little curvier, and it's more natural for me to draw on this side. It's just an interesting thing. Now, this isn't a perfect heart. This starburst heart looks better with a symmetrical heart. So if you want to draw your heart to start, you're certainly welcome to. I'm being a little pickier than that though, so I am actually going to create a symmetrical heart. And that's just, that way it just looks very finished and very perfect when we start the op art. So you fold a piece of paper in half, you put the crease on this side if I'm right-handed. If you're left-handed, the crease will probably be on that side and you would draw that way. But I'm right-handed, so my crease is here. We've done this before in one of my videos. I'm going to draw half of a heart, and there's 2 points I put on there to connect. And then we cut it out. I actually think that heart's going to be a bit too big, so I'm going to just cut on the inside of it. This is part of art, is that you look at things and then you adjust. So this is actually pretty cool. You could keep this to use for another art project. This is the heart I'm going to use for this project. Now, this heart needs to have a black outline. So I have a scrappy piece of paper here that I've been using to put under all my drawings, especially when you use Sharpies. But I'm just gonna go around the heart. So this is definitely a little more of a complicated way to create the heart for your starburst, but I think it looks better in the end, so bear with me. If you don't want to create a symmetrical heart, and you just want to draw a heart onto the paper, and you say, Miss Opera, you're being too fussy, then feel free to do that. If you want a symmetrical heart that looks exactly the same on both sides, then you would do the folding and cutting. So now I have my black outline of my heart, and I'm then going to get another piece of paper and I'm going to glue it on. So gluing on best I can, getting all those edges. There we go. There's my heart. So now you're going to create your starburst. So what you're going to do is you're going to put a vanishing point in one side of the heart, either this side or this side. Now my sample I did on that side, so this one I'm going to do on this side. So there's a little dot. And from there, I'm going to line up my ruler. Okay, and I'm going to draw 12 lines. We need 12 lines because we need them to be an even number, and 12 is an even number. So start at the dot and draw out. There's 1, 2. So you just move your ruler. Now do it carefully because it can smear. So that's 2. So I'm kind of rotating my heart, and I'm always starting at this vanishing point. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully I spaced them all out right. 7, 8. And remember, this is the point we're ending and starting at. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's kind of like you're breaking up your heart into all these puzzle pieces. It looks a bit shattered. It looks like it's bursting out. So there's your pattern. So now your job is to decide how you would like to color it. And there's lots of different ways. So I'm going to show you what the art, the drawings that I've done before already. So here I did that very similarly, but on the other side. On the inside I used warm colors and I alternated them. On the outside I alternated cool colors to make them pop. On this one, it was actually kind of cool. So a really cool thing to do is to photocopy. If you have a printer or a photocopier, photocopy this, and then you can create coloring sheets for your whole family. So I photocopied it after I had colored the yellow and the blue, I believe. So this one was on top of it. So I was coloring the pink with a Sharpie, and I didn't realize the Sharpie came out onto the paper behind it. So I thought that was kind of cool, and I left it there. Then I colored the yellows. We have the blues. Here I put patterns instead of coloring it in full. I thought that looked kind of cool. Another one I did, again, it had the pink Sharpie that bled through, but I colored over it with green. I have yellow, and then I just left the blue and I alternated white. On this one, again, the pink Sharpie that had bled through, I used yellows, and then I used blues, and then I used oranges and reds. So the way you color your art is totally up to you, but you can see how when you do it in different ways, it makes the heart look completely different and its partner. So a Starburst Heart. I can't wait to see them. Stick them in your windows, drop them off at an old folks' home, or give them to somebody that you think is special. Thanks for watching, everybody, today. See you later, alligators.